Hey, it's me, Andrea with Sucs For You in Houston, Texas, and we are going to mount this Staghorn Fern, finally. Alright, here's our sphagnum moss, and it has been soaked, and I have it in this little colander, so that's going to help kind of make a little nice circular base to put the fern in. I have a piece of wood that I'm going to use, and I'm going to create a little nail or something on the back to be able to hang it, and we will start with putting some nails where we want to mount the plant. And you can use twine. I can't find my twine. I do have some, but I don't know where it is. But I'm using this garden wire, so it should work. It has some cute little gold nails because we're fancy. I'm going to go ahead and do the mounting and then attach the fastener to the bag or whatever I'm going to use to hang it from, because it makes it easier to work with if it's nice and flat. And we'll want to center the plant about like that. Yeah, that should work. And then over time, this shield leaf will hopefully eventually grow big enough to start, well, a new one will come in actually, and another one and another one. Then it'll start to wrap around this piece of wood, and then you can just take that and attach it to a bigger piece of wood. It's real quick. I'm using these little gold, and they're called escutcheon pins. Escutcheon. They're brass. I don't know what escutcheon means. Let me look that up because I am curious. Okay, so escutcheon is basically like a flat metal plate. It can also mean a coat of arms, but maybe something, oh, there goes one, that goes around like your, let's say your doorbell, like a little fancy plate cover. And then you use these delicate, or not very delicate, they feel tough, but these little pins. Did you see that? I caught it. I dropped it and I caught it because I'm quick like that. Anyways, let's just get this done. So this is some tough wood. This is just a little scrap of Ipe left over from a deck project, so I figured might as well use it. Alright. So we'll go ahead and unwind the length of our wire. And very simply just take the sphagnum moss. Look, it's already a nice little mound like that. And I'm going to push it down until I can see the nails. Where are you? There it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to open it up a bit. So now we can see down in the middle. We're just going to tuck this guy down in here. Like so. And then gather that moss back in place. Pack it in around it. I can feel the nails. And then we're going to find one of the nails and just give it a good wrap around. Sorry if I'm blocking. I'm literally just wrapping the wire around the nail under the head. And won't even have to tie a knot in it. It's just, I've wrapped it around probably 10 times or so. Okay, and then we will make sure that stays in, come up and over to the top nail. There it is. Wrap that around. I'm going to hold it kind of tight. Okay. And we'll go up and over. to this nail over here. Where are you? There it is. Turn it. Okay, and then you want to make sure that you are securing the root ball from the plant. So make sure you go up and over that part. Back in there, find the nail again. Wrapping it around the nail. 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5 times, and then let's do that again. Get that root ball. Pinch down if you can. And of course, not all of that moss is going to stay in place, but I put a lot in there, so whatever falls out, there'll still be plenty left. From the top, I'm going to go all the way back down, catching that root ball again, wrapping it around. Okay, and then we'll go up. Just kind of try and get under, right under that dried shield frond right there. So if you wanted to use something besides this wire, you can use that clear fishing twine. You can use like the jute garden twine, but I would worry about that decomposing over time, so you use something that's more permanent. But a lot of people do use that clear fishing twine. Okay, we can test it out a little. We can just see, are you gonna stay? I think it's gonna stay. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap, just go ahead and give it some wraps around. So we're wrapped all the way around the root ball. I want to be able to, let's see, push this down and get under that head a little bit more. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll cut some length to finish it off. Okay, a little extra. Come down here. Use these little pliers to tuck it in. Wrap it a couple more times, and then it'll just kind of disappear. Eventually, all of that moss will be covered, hopefully. And then this board will be easy to take and just take off the wall and pop it in the shower or wherever. I'm putting it up here like you can see. Hang it on the wall. And when it's time to water it, just take it off the wall. You can go and put it in your sink. You can hit it with a garden hose. You can put it in the shower with you if you want. But remember, this moss will, you're gonna lose some of it as you're watering it, but it won't be much. But yeah, I think that turned out well. Oops, I'm doing it again. I think it turned out really well. Sorry guys, it's hot out here, and this poor little guy, he was getting too much sun. I'm just kind of neglecting him, and that's why we see some spots on there. But this plant's a trooper. I've attempted caring for staghorn ferns before. With not much luck, and it turns out it's usually because of the sun. So I'm trying to find a spot for it, or at least it's easy to move around without traumatizing it too much, and having it on this board is going to make that a lot easier for me. And in fact, just for now, again, all you really need to do is put a nail, put a screw, put whatever you want, one of those little picture frame fasteners on there, hangers, and you can move it around wherever you want, or you can do what I'm about to do. And just leave it just like that. But yeah, I've been meaning to do that for a while now. I had it on another board and it was getting too big for it, so I went ahead and put it off for several months, and but now we've gotten around to it. So that's how easy it is to mount a staghorn fern. Again, it's the something to tie it up with, some of the sphagnum moss to give it a nice base, and make sure that you're working with soaked and squeezed out sphagnum moss so it all like stays together, it clumps together real easily. Alright, we got something done. You can fertilize these guys. I like to fill the sink up and put the fertilizer in the sink and soak that with some other air plants and stuff, and then I'll scoop the water out and then go water my houseplants with it, so you know, waste not, want not. Alright guys, thanks for watching me sweat. Have a great week.